Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. Here with me today, I have a diamond in the rough I want you guys to meet. This here is Connor Hulstein, tight end out of Marist College. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Want to get a chance to meet this guy at a Marist College, man. I don't normally talk to guys from Marist, but doing very well this season. Have a solid offense out there for the Red Foxes, and you one of the main targets. And actually, we're looking at one of the top receiving tight ends right now at the FCS level. So kudos to you, man. So go ahead and introduce yourself. So let's
Yes,
get
sir.
going.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a grad transfer tight end. I came out of Princeton from Frisco, Texas, and excited to be on here.
Cool. Let's talk about the early days of you as a football player and then eventually get ourselves caught up to right now. First off, Connor, how long have you played football? Let's kind of start there at the very beginning.
So I played Pee Wee football growing up. Took a little break during late elementary school, middle school, and picked it back up in seventh grade, and been playing ever since.
Gotcha. I'm assuming maybe perhaps played a couple different positions. I mean, oftentimes when you get a tight end, it might be like a converted wide receiver or a defense player that moves over. Dude, I don't know, but talk to me about the evolution of you as a player over the years.
For sure, yeah. Of course, like you said, played a lot of different positions growing up. Played some quarterback in middle school and early high school. Switched to receiver after that. Played safety. Was actually the first position I played varsity for. And then so played receiver after that, and kind of gradually transitioned into tight end as time went on and as I moved to college.
Cool. Connor, have in my notes that you attended Liberty High School there in Frisco, Texas, and along with some football, pretty good in a couple other sports too. Did some track, did some basketball. Talk about the success in some of those sports and just really what it meant to you to be a high school athlete at the time.
Yeah, no, it was a great time doing that. I played basketball, football, and track, like you mentioned, and made a lot of good friends and had a lot of fun doing it. I used to love to dunk the basketball, especially during COVID. That was a big thing I did, where I go out every week, sometimes multiple times a week, and see how high I can jump, see what kind of dunks I could do, and that eventually led into me doing high jump and track as well. And so just had a good time. I think it laid a solid foundation and a base of athleticism that's helped me out come my college career.
Yeah, I mean, I think most top tight ends do have somewhat of a basketball background, but you also have the track background, like you had mentioned, doing the high jump. I have in my notes 6'2" there, on the bar that you were able to, get over in the high jump. So, um, cool, man. Obviously, these things, helping you as an athlete overall. And I don't know if perhaps maybe they helped you in the recruiting phase as well when you're coming out of high school. Very difficult time, of course. I mean, with COVID and what have you. But I mean, talk to me about the recruiting years and ultimately getting to Princeton.
Yeah, so I had like you mentioned, had a different recruiting process than most years. A lot of it was over Zoom, as we're doing now, and I think, like you said, playing basketball and those other sports really helped with that. Just being able to post videos of me doing whatever athletic thing on social media or Twitter or whatever. I actually think that was a big part of me getting recruited in the way I did. Yeah, so I got to talk to quite a few schools. Ultimately, it was hard to pass up on just an Ivy League school, knocking on your door. And at the time, they had 4 or 5 players playing tight end or fullback position, special teams, whatever it is, in the NFL. So seeing that NFL opportunity while at the same time getting one of the highest ranked degrees in the nation was an opportunity that was very hard for me to pass up.
I mean, certainly premier academic institution, one of, if not the best, not only in the country but in the world. Man, people love Princeton and getting degrees there. What did you ultimately get your degree in?
So I majored in history, got a minor in religion. and learned a lot there and met a lot of good people.
Interesting. So you get to Princeton. You're there for a few years, man. I mean, this is only 1 year right now of you at Marist, and so you're developing. Takes a little bit of time. When people kind of, on the outside looking in, they look at your stats. I mean, they're not really seeing too much, but I mean, I know that there's a lot of things that have gone on the day to day during your time there at Princeton. So talk a little bit about the grind and maybe perhaps some of the people who influenced you the most during your time there at Princeton.
For sure, yeah, yeah. I developed a lot at Princeton. Of course, as I came in, I had to put on a lot of weight, um, and so that took me a little bit of time. And so then I started playing significant offensive snaps my junior and really started my junior year. And I had an unfortunately timed injury there in the second game of the season. I had a Liz Frank injury, and got to come back halfway through the season and play the rest of the season. But yeah, I had developed a lot, learned a lot there, and I think some of the people that helped me the most there, that I've grown the most from, of course, Coach Race. He's always been a mentor there, helped me out with a lot of different things, and Coach Willis too. He was my tight ends coach and offensive coordinator at Princeton, and now, of course, he's my head coach here at Marist.
Nice. Nice to follow some of those people there to Marist. I mean, kind of explains a little bit about how you got there. But before we move forward to your time at Marist, what are some of the lasting memories you have at Princeton? Like I know you had, you know, at least one game early in your career where you had a great moment. I believe in the Harvard game. But anything else that you want to say about like your time and experience there?
So off the field, I have a lot of different memories, but on the field, yeah, like you mentioned, I had the go ahead touchdown against Harvard. They were 5-0 my junior year, and Blake Stenstrom, had a married guy at the time, threw me a touchdown with about a minute left to put us ahead and give us that win over 5-0 Harvard. And then another time was Dartmouth my senior year. One of the most fun plays that I think I've done. I caught the ball on a tight end leak and saw a guy go low, so I jumped over him, and it was a fun opportunity to get to use the skills that I had been building in high school in that moment. Something that I've always wanted to do in a football game that I got to do. So yeah, a lot of good times there.
Cool. So again, you come into Princeton, maybe 215. You gain almost 30 pounds up until where we're at right now, developing into a really solid tight end. We are looking at right now a guy who's approximately 6'5", 245-ish around that area, give or take a few pounds. So certainly bringing a lot to the table, at least physically. But talk a little bit about you as a tight end. What do you feel are perhaps some of your other attributes that you bring to the table as a prospect?
Yeah, I think, of course, with my athletic background, that's probably one of the biggest things is just being an explosive guy at a bigger size, um, being able to run past slower defenders and big body little defenders, and also I think at Princeton I learned a lot from Coach Willis, just learning new facets of the game, understanding where the holes are in his own defense and things like that. But yeah, I think slowly gaining the weight that I've put on over the time at Princeton also helped me to do it in that way, because I think it's allowed me to run routes smoother than putting a lot of weight on at once and feeling more choppy. I feel like slowly doing it, I was able to keep the fluidity in my routes from when I was in high school and when I was at a lighter weight.
Cool. So, bringing a lot to the table as a player, again, as you had mentioned. I mean, using a lot of that athletic background. I think oftentimes about the basketball background, really for tight ends, because you get this whole, I don't know, mentality of boxing someone out, so to speak, and positioning yourself sometimes, especially as the bigger guy out there, most of the time, where you're able to give your quarterback good target to throw to, man. And this year, done a great job. I mean, at this point, you're fixing to eclipse the 600 mark here very soon. You got one more game left to go, and I'm just going to go ahead and call it. I mean, he's already done it already scored a touchdown too, in this upcoming week's game. So, but have had a great season so far for Marist. How does the offense look for you out there at Marist? Obviously, now being a fixture in that offense, can you kind of describe what's going on out there?
For sure, yeah. I mean, we got a great team around us. We got Sonny Menino at quarterback. He's a a big guy. He's tough. He runs well, so he poses that dual threat, which makes the defenses have to respect both the fact that he might run, but also that he has a strong arm and he can put the ball, in a tight window. And building a bond with him, I think, has been huge in our season so far. He throws some really good balls that put you in a good position. Same thing with some of our offensive linemen. Dom Perricone, another possible NFL prospect that he holds that offensive line up. He's one of our captains, and I got a lot of good teammates that we've all put in a lot of hard work, and it's helped us to be where we're at now.
Oh, and Connor, when I'm looking at you as a tight end, am I mainly looking at you as a receiving tight end? I think at least for this season, people are. Any other way, perhaps, that you might describe yourself? I mean, because I don't know, are people sleeping on your blocking ability or what?
I think so. I mean, you look at the stats, and it looks like I'm more of a receiver than a blocking tight end, but I think when you turn on the film, it shows that I am a willing blocker, and I do love physical contact and getting to go out there and impose your will.
Cool. So, as a blocker, what is the one play call that you love to execute out there when is your turn to block? So, just kind of your favorite play call there.
Honestly, it's a GY counter, and a good example was this last game. We had a good counter play where I got to pull and go kick out the linebacker, and it's just beautiful to see the hole open up at the right time and the back hit it right down the tracks.
Well, and of course, as a receiver, I got to go that route as well. What is your favorite route?
I got to go with a Y cross. It's been a good play for me this year. I think it's good versus man or zone. If it's man, you snap it off and um, you beat the defender that way. And if it's zone, you kind of sit in the hole and I trust Sonny to find me.
Yeah, I mean, you out leverage the guy. I mean, you cut him off with a good angle and present yourself as a great target. So love that.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
want to kind of walk through some of your some of the best moments from this season from Marist? Doing better than usual, really there for Marist. Currently sitting, I think, at what 5 wins on the season, five
Yes,
and
sir.
six. Still respectable. Not certainly ideal, but hey, again, I just kind of preface it from the standpoint that we aren't normally looking at Marist, much at all. But they've put together some solid games. One early on in the season, you had a great performance against Wagner. You had ton of targets in that game, and I believe came away with a touchdown in that game. What do you remember most from that game?
Yeah, that was a fun game. We had that touchdown was actually that was on a Y cross play. Um, had a few catch and run balls there. Remember one play specifically. I think it might have been my longest play of that game. Caught it and ran down their sideline and got to lower my shoulder into somebody, and it felt good. It was a
Well,
fun game.
uh, I believe the longest play of the season was against Stetson. He had a 78 yarder. Talk me through that one, man. You guys were able to dominate in that game. You won 41-13 in that game, but I mean, you came away with maybe perhaps your best play of the season. So talk through it.
Yeah, for sure. That was an exciting game too. The week before we played St. Thomas and it didn't go our way, so we were all hungry for to go out there and show what we could do. And so after some great scheming from the coaches and some good play calls, we ran a switch verts concept out of a YY set, and the defender got caught on the other tight end and left me open, and caught the ball, and just then it's up to me to race him to the end zone. That was probably one of my favorite plays of my college career. There's nothing
Well,
like it.
when you're scampering down the field and most of the field at that, I mean, that definitely has to be one of the best ones there for you. So, on a win streak right now, I mean, which is kind of nice. I mean, you guys are doing well. It just got finished beating Davidson, where you were able to get a touchdown in that one also. It came this close to a 100-yard game. As a receiver. So, I mean, once again at 92 yards, but set to close out against Presbyterian, who's actually doing very well in Pioneer League, man. So, how are you guys going to come out with a victory in that one?
Yeah, so obviously they're a very respectable program, good team, and but we're a pretty good team too. So we're preparing hard. Everybody's focusing on winning the week and not just winning that one day, because that winning on game day starts with how you prepare in the week. So we're all really locked in and looking to end this season with a W.
So, how is your perspective like when you think about yourself as the underdog? Because I think a lot of people are looking at you and your team as the underdog upcoming. Do you embrace that mentality? Are you guys, trying to come and I don't know, be the are, are you the prey, or are you, you know what I mean? Like, where are you in this relationship?
Right. I think it's very exciting to be the underdog. I mean, you have everything to gain, and so that's what we're hunting for. We want to, like I said, we want to end the season with the W. And what better opportunity to go out and prove ourselves versus a very good football team?
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Definitely going to be an exciting game. Again, you yourself going to be a focal point there in that offense there for the Red Foxes. So definitely something to look forward to this upcoming week. Definitely turn on that one. I want to get a chance to meet the guy under the helmet somewhat. So, Connor, go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit. Other than the fact that you're a huge target as a tight end. Talk about you off the field, any interesting fun facts you want to share. So hit me with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. First thing is I'm a man of faith. I serve God, and just uh, that's the most important thing in my life. Another interesting fact is, most college football players don't have, when they think of family, they think of their parents, but I have my wife and my 8-month-old son to look forward to seeing after every game. And then another big interest of mine is being a pilot. I got my pilot's license last year, and that's another interest of me that after I put the pads down, after football's all said and done, I'll be hopping in a plane.
That's wild as a pilot. Like, so are you Maverick or what, man? Talk to me. Like, you have this mentality or what?
We'll see, man. I fly a little bit smaller planes than he did.
I got you. Um, of course, if people don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that out. But um, I had picked out a couple of questions. I don't know, maybe if we can have a little bit more fun with our time. But I mean, these have nothing to do with football, so just kind of play along. And so I'll give you an either or, coffee or tea.
I'll go coffee.
Okay. This is probably a harder one, because I know you've gone from Frisco to New York. So pizza or tacos?
I got to go tacos. Go back to the Tex-Mex.
Go back to the Texas. I got it there. Uh, if you maybe perhaps had a superpower, you're a pilot, so I'm assuming it's flight. But where would you go with that one?
Man, I think it'd be cool to like fly around the Grand Canyon and just, that'd be a crazy sight to see. You're just flying in and out of the Grand Canyon over all that stuff. That'd be that'd be really cool. But yes, the superpower would be flying.
I mean, I mean, I picked these out before I knew you were a pilot. So, I mean, I don't know. But it's kind of fun. I mean, are you a big superhero guy? Like, do you watch the movies? Like, do you have any favorites or what?
I've seen the movies. I know some of my teammates are like Marvel super fans, but I watch the movies and I enjoy them. Yeah, I don't know. The Iron Man movies are always those are some good ones. They're funny.
That's fine. Uh, favorite any other favorite TV show or movie that you kind of spend your time with?
Recently, my wife and I have been watching House of David on Amazon. That's been a good one.
Interesting. Um, I'll give you one that's maybe a harder one, so I'll give you at least a few seconds to kind of absorb it. Um, right now, I mean, you're married, you have a kid, but let's just say you have the opportunity to maybe go back in time and speak to your young self in high school, maybe your 17-year-old self, like who's trying to figure out how to do this football thing, with, having to do Zoom and stuff. Don't even know if football is going to happen, but like give your younger self just a tidbit of advice so that he can get his way smoothly through college and just kind of enjoy himself. So go ahead and get after that question.
Yeah, I'd have to say just trust God over everything. Um, some stuff happens, but God's always there, and if you follow what He has for you, He'll. That's the best path you can be on.
Gotcha. Sure thing. Agree there also. So um, favorite team, tight end or offensive player growing up, like who was that for you?
Favorite team is Dallas Cowboys. Being from Frisco, we actually got to play, and I see the Commanders. Sorry, um, memorabilia in your in the
Yeah, it's okay.
background.
Go
Yeah,
ahead. We can be
yeah.
friends. It's fine. So
But we got to play in the Star, the Cowboys practice facility in high school, and that was an awesome experience. So of course I got to go with the Cowboys. Favorite tight end, I'd go with George Kittle. I like the way he's a very tough blocker, but he gets the job done in the pass game too. Um, and yeah, I always enjoyed watching like Tom Brady's highlights. Just the way he went about the game was obviously unique. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. But yeah, just really cool to watch.
I didn't know where you were gonna go there. Like as a Cowboys fan, I thought maybe you would throw Witten in there. Solid tight end in his own right. Great guy on the field, off the field. So
For sure,
you gotta give him his respect there. But I mean,
for
a
sure,
lot of guys to look up to. Dude, I think it's great that you had an opportunity, to play, under the big star like AT&T Stadium now is what it's called. So maybe perhaps you can go back there, man. I think it'd be great if you had that opportunity to play for your dream team. But got one more game left to go. And trying to impress a whole bunch of scouts. Go ahead and close us with your thoughts as to what scouts really need to know about you and what you bring to the table. So finish with your pitch, okay?
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a big athletic tight end, very willing blocker, and I love to work hard. I will get the job done in whatever facet it takes, whatever is needed of me out of the team or whoever it is. I'll do it and I'll be there for you. Um, yeah, it's been a life goal of mine, and I'll do whatever it takes to achieve it.
Yeah, I mean, has had a great season so far. I mean, just kind of look at the tape. I mean, been a huge factor in that offense and its success, and represent yourself as a really big target, solid route runner. And a guy who can come into play and really be a huge factor in winning these games. So, kind of want to wish you all the best moving forward. Okay, man.
I appreciate that.
Sure. Again, I got with me Connor Hulstein, tight end out of Marist College. Check him out.